Alhamdulillahi wa kafa wa salamun ala ibadihi alladhina astafa amma ba'd fa'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim bismillahir rahmanir rahim qul huwallahu ahad subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad wa barik wa sallim. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad wa barik wa sallim. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad wa barik wa sallim. One of the essential principles of our deen that every Muslim is aware of is the importance of niyyah. Everyone knows that our deeds are contingent and dependent upon our niyyah. Even a child knows this. If a person has a good intention, they can gain an immense reward. And if a person has a bad intention, even if the deed is good, it could lead the person to hellfire. For example, everyone is aware that one of the greatest acts that a human being can engage in is the pursuit of knowledge of deen. This is one of the most beneficial actions that a person can engage themselves in. And in fact, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to bless an individual with wealth, with spiritual wealth, it arises through the pursuit of knowledge of deen. Now, a person makes an intention and they have an intention and an aim that they are going to pursue knowledge of deen and that they are going to pursue this knowledge of deen in order to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in order to learn those things that will please Him and learn how to avoid those things that will displease Him, then there's an immense reward. Because the person has the proper intention and is doing a great thing. But the same individual can go to the exact same, enter the exact same arrangement, but instead the intention can be that one day I want to give a speech and I want everyone to know how good of a speaker I am. One day I want to lead the community and I want everyone to follow me. One day I want to be able to debate with people and show how much I know. Then it becomes worthless. The deed becomes worthless. The person has done an amazing thing and made an amazing sacrifice, but the intention was fame, and the intention was other than Allah. And so such a great act, such as acquisition of knowledge of how to please and how to please Allah and how to avoid how to displease Allah, such a great act can become utterly worthless if a person has a bad niyyah. Soon there will be people that will be departing for Hajj. And when people depart for Hajj, it's one of the greatest acts that the common Muslim performs. You know, how many of us are actually going to go become Islamic scholars? Very handful, small percentage. But how many of us will actually go for Hajj? Probably the vast majority of people in this room will end up going for Hajj sometime in their life. So, such a great act and something that is available to most of us. Now, if a person goes to Hajj and the intention is that, Ya Allah, I am coming to your home to rectify my decades worth of sins. I am coming to your home to reconnect myself despite the fact that I have disconnected myself. I'm coming to your home to seek redemption and you, then there's an enormous reward. And the person can very easily attain the benefits of Hajj. But if the person is going for Hajj and while they're at Hajj their intention is to become famous or to entertain themselves with food and hotel, and the sole purpose is to enjoy oneself, and it's a historical journey, it has nothing to do with getting closer to Allah, then it becomes almost worthless. So this is something that we have to be very particular about. What is our intention in any act that we perform? And we have to be careful about our intention, because just as we recognize the power of intention, so does Shaitan recognize the power of misaligning our intention with our deeds. Shaitan, in many cases, doesn't try to deter an individual from deeds, he tries to deter them from having the maximal intention in that deed. So we have to be careful. Sometimes Shaitan will try to take us away from deeds, but other times Shaitan will try to take us away from having the proper intention in that deed. In fact, he may even encourage us, look, if there's a person who's going to study deen, but their whole intention is fame, Shaitan is going to pat the person on the back and say, oh, you're doing such a good job, you should go and study, you should actually go and sit with 10 sheikhs, not 5. You should learn as much as you can, because the Shaitan has exactly what he wants. He is going to be able to drag that person directly into the hellfire without even stopping. Non-stop ticket. So, of course, Shaitan knows the game, and of course Shaitan will attack the niyyah, and we have to be very, very particular. In fact, the greater the deed that we try to pursue, the greater the attack of Shaitan upon that individual to try to misalign their niyyah.